we are back at Rockwood Park. Today we're going to learn to pair and use the Pocket Auto Catch Meteor from our friends at Brook. So this is just like the Reviver, but with the Swarovski crystals right over here to make it look a little bit more elegant. So let's get to catching some Pokemon real quick. So the Meteor basically is the Swarovski crystal. You can see just how nice that looks there. It is actually kind of nice, rather than using the original Pocket Auto Catch that's just a black band. This helps it stand out a little bit more. So first off, let's go ahead and download within your phone. Let's go ahead, type in Pocket Auto Catch Reviver. It's going to be the same one that Reviver has, and then we go to Brook Star and then install right over here. When it's downloaded, we'll go ahead and click open. Okay, allow Pocket Auto Catch to access this device location. Allow at all times. Press Pocket Auto Catch button, which is right down here. And you can see on the screen, it says Brook. That means it's turning on. And then over here, found Brook device. Connecting to device. Already up to date, so it'll update the firmware for you. So as it is right now, it's going to vibrate. It's going to auto collect stops. But I'm going to click over here to auto capture known, and then click here to auto capture unknown. All right, so now that this is connected, it's paired, we can see the program activating, or at least being used right over here. So before we go into Pokemon Go, and by the way, don't disable animations, because that disables the animations, because it's confusing. So if you enable the disable, it disables the animation. So if you leave it like that, then you'll see the animations on the screen. Anyway, so let's go ahead and close this out. So now we'll go ahead and open up Pokemon Go. We are at the park. It is incredibly full today, so there will be a lot of background noise. I apologize. All right, so in Pokemon Go, we'll just click OK. We'll click on the star. You can see there's already a few around me. So Marowak and Wobbuffet. So click there and then go into settings. All right, and then scroll all the way down into Pokemon Go Plus. Okay, you can see right now under available devices, there's nothing. Just tap it right here. It appears here. So then we'll press on the screen. You can see it starts looking for it over here. And then in a second, it'll connect. And then this will start either spinning the gym or catching either of those two Pokemon. Let me go ahead and just press that again. All right, connected to Pokemon Go Plus. So we'll close it up here. It's already catching him over here. And we can see the animation right over here as it is. Now it's going to be catching Marowak. And it's vibrating at the same time. So it'll start spinning the gym in a second as well. And you'll notice, of course, it is an auto catch device. I don't have to touch the screen, so it's pretty cool. Great for, you know, when you're with your friends or your family and you want to pay attention to them. You don't want to be focused all on your game the entire time. So we're gonna go ahead, drive around the gym real quick. I just want to show you it in action. I want to show you how it works in a gym when you're in a gym. Then I'm gonna also show you how waterproof is, because it is waterproof. All right, so we're driving around the gym, or I'm sorry, the park now. And I am behind a snail at the moment. All right, another Pokemon in range. You'll notice, or let me put it like this so you can notice, a lot of times that little pink notification that shows up on the screen shows up before a Pokemon shows up, and sometimes it'll catch it even before you can see the Pokemon. So that's pretty awesome. So just hanging right over here, we're going to be passing by a gym real quick, and you know, not only catching Pokemon, spinning the gym, and then also spinning PokeStops. Let me go ahead and spin it around for you. There we go. Valor. Isn't that the best team in the world? Yes, I know most people hate Valor. I like Valor. All right, so you can see it's going to favor Pokemon first before it'll go over to a PokeStop or a PokeGym. So sometimes you might miss it, but as you saw in that screen, you can disable the auto spin feature if you wanted to. Now, since there's no Pokemon around, it might or it should spin that PokeStop there. They're still catching Pokemon. So pretty cool the way it works. Since it is the Thundurus event, there are a lot of Darkrai's and Thundurus and all the other forms going around right now. So we may get lucky and find ourselves in a raid battle, and that'll give me the perfect opportunity to show you guys that even though you're fighting a gym boss, you do have the ability to actually continuously spin that stop or catch that Pokemon. It looks like we might have a shot to do a gym real quick. Let me see if I can find a parking spot real quick so we can get out. So coming up to a raid where I actually had some of my friends, there was this one lady that I didn't know, and she was kind of camera shy. She didn't want to be in the shot, so I told her I'd blur her out, but my son kept getting her in the shot. So check out the way I blurred her out. Just jumping in with some friends over here. Hello, you guys are going to be on my YouTube channel if you don't mind. If you want, I'll blur your face out.
All right, cool. No,
I'll blur you out, I'm sorry. So, yeah. But either way, we're aiming here. So just showing again how the Brook Meteor is going to go ahead and catch while we're still in the gym fighting. So you guys will see that pop up over here as we're in the gym. Coming out probably on Friday on ThisBytesForYou.
It's cool. Oh, all right. That's all good. I don't mind. It's all good.
And don't worry, I'll blur you out. I know you don't want to be in it, so.
It's all good.
I'm not trying to be difficult.
No, I get it. Not everybody wants to be on film. I'm cool with that.
It's cool that you do it.
Thank you.
Good. I'll be famous for a minute.
All right, so here we go, guys. So again, we've already spun that stop. And as I'm battling, this will probably take not too long. We have about 6 or 7 people here. Actually, I haven't revived my fighters yet, so I gotta roll with these guys as we get it. And actually, it looks like we may not have enough time to respin the stop again. So normally you would just keep this on your wrist and it'll just do its thing, but regardless, it's kind of on my wrist. We're not pressing it. And then not only are you catching or spinning the stops, but if a Pokemon just happens to appear, obviously you're in the battle, you can't see him. It doesn't matter. This sees him or her and we'll catch them. And then I forgot, also we have to catch them, so that's going to take another minute or so. All my champs are dead from, or sleeping, knocked out from this morning's raid. Alright, so nothing came up here, and that's okay. So we're just going to see what we end up with. Oh, come on, Hundo. 2091. I don't remember if that's a Hundo. But let's see. Alright, so it was a Valor Gym, so beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and just put this on my wrist real quick. Yeah, no shiny for me either.
This dude's tough to grab.
He is.
Shiny is like hard though.
He really is. Alright, so I just put it on the inside of my wrist so you guys can see it. So let's go ahead and see if we can catch him. Excellent, beautiful. So I would assume very soon. Ah, of course not. I'm just hoping it didn't disconnect. I don't think it. Oh, no. It just vibrated on me. Maybe it could have been I just pressed it and it vibrated. So I'm just waiting for him to get in the center. So just vibrated again. I don't know what it's doing. Oh, it just vibrated again.
Oh, Joe's. Oh,
okay, it just vibrated again. Now these have been just single vibrate, which usually it'll vibrate more than once. So I'm not 100% sure what the singles are. Okay, just vibrated again. Just vibrate it again. But we're not seeing anything here. And usually you would see it pop up right over here when you caught something. So we didn't catch it, but if we go back in here, oh, that's why. Because I forgot, my bag is full. So let's go ahead and get rid of 50 of these. I get them all the time. So the reason I didn't catch it is because, or didn't spin the stop, is because my bag was full. So if we go back in here, we'll see that it has not been spun. But you saw that I did collect a bunch, and it'll probably end up spinning it again. Yeah, now you'll see it pop up. So my apologies. Maybe we'll catch another one, but that's okay. So let's see you later. Bye. You too. Take care. Unfortunately, we didn't catch them, and that's okay, but I got to show you a little bit on how the Meteor works. So let's go test real quick on the waterproof part. Now we're just going to show you guys how waterproof this is. I'm going to go ahead and fill up this jug or this blender thing with water. Almost to the tip top. So there is no sleight of hand. So here is the Brook, which is still the Brook Meteor, which is still paired. So now I'm just gonna go ahead, drop it in there. Now the last time I did this, we had a very difficult time actually seeing the screen, so hopefully we can do it better this time. Just trying to get it right. Why is this so difficult? Okay, got it. So now I'm incredibly wet. Now, by now, we're just gonna check over here on the screen. I just want to verify that this, we can't check. So, but the PokeStop should be good. And what I'll do is, yeah, let's go ahead and walk to the PokeStop. I'm gonna hold this in my hands. And, all right, and we're gonna walk backwards. I just want you guys to see, and maybe you'll be able to see the screen over here when it goes off. And we should be almost at that gym. Okay, I feel like we're getting further and okay, here's the gym. Feel like we're getting further and further away from that, and it should start to vibrate any second now. Are we in range? We are almost in range. Come on. So just got to make sure we're focused over here. Okay, it's moving. Can you see the screen doing anything?
I can see it like right here, but I can't see on the camera.
Okay, but so he was caught. Unfortunately, we don't get good because it's right there, and should spin it any second now. We are still connected. Okay, it's spinning it. Did you see anything on the screen?
No, but I can see it. Like,
all right, so unfortunately you couldn't see anything on the screen, but you saw it in action. I wasn't touching the screen there or anything, so it's working out very well. And again, so now you've already seen, you know, what it could do in a gym. And I apologize, I thought I had plenty of space, but my bag got full. So that's what it was, those single vibrations that I kept feeling every few minutes or so. So we're just gonna do one final pass driving around the park. And again, since I am paying attention to people walking around, I don't want to hit anybody. That's one of the great things about having this, is you could drive around, you could walk around, you could pay attention to what's going on around you, and you don't always have to be staring at your phone. Now, one thing we're gonna do real quick, and unfortunately the last two times I did it, it was uneventful, But we're gonna go ahead, get out of Rockwood Park, and then just do a little driving. See if we catch any Pokemon while we're driving. I drive about 30 miles to work and 30 miles back every single day. And I catch anywhere between 10 and 20 Pokemon going to work and about 10 or 20 coming back from work. And I drive the speed limit on I-95 a little bit faster, but I'm not going to say anything. And the entire time we're talking here, we're still catching Pokemon, we're still spinning stops. We're not paying attention to what's going on the screen, but I can feel the vibrations. And there are different vibrations for every action. All right, so now we're going. Now I am going the speed limit now. The exact speed limit. You can still see Pokemon down here on the screen. So, oh, yes, I'm a passenger. Of course I'm a passenger. But we basically are, because we're not paying attention to what's on the screen, except now when I spun it. But, so, as long as you can still see Pokemon down there on the bottom right-hand corner, you still have a chance of catching those Pokemon. And now, in a second or two, I'm gonna make a U-turn, and that means that we're gonna stop for a few seconds, and then that'll give us another great opportunity to catch a Pokemon or spin a gym. This is awesome for downtown. Typically, at least in Richmond, and I know for a fact in Miami as well. Downtown, we're doing a U-turn now. In the downtown area, there's a ton of businesses and buildings and everything. There's usually a bunch of PokeStops and gyms, and so as you're driving, you're at a regular speed, and especially of course when you're at a stoplight or a stop sign, you're gonna spin and catch everything around you, and it helps out a ton. All right, so we drove around, we caught some Pokemon, spin some gyms. We were in a gym battle while it was attempting to spin, but of course I was out of space. My bag was at full capacity, and I showed you guys how the Meteor works submerged in water. Works perfectly. But so I skipped the unboxing, but if you guys do want to check out the unboxing, just wait a few more seconds. I waited till the very end of this clip to put it, so check it out. All right, here's the unboxing of the Pocket Auto Catch Meteor. This is just like the Pocket Auto Catch Reviver I showed you last week. This is pretty awesome. Now there are a few differences that I'll show you as soon as I open it up. It's got a plastic wrapper around it. Interesting. All right, so they just have everything weird in this box, kind of awkward. And then along the bottom, they show you the fact that it's their new institutional design, that it's waterproof, and I have shown you guys that in the video. All right, and I'll just push it out. And we have another packaging. They want to make sure this comes nice and 100% functional when you get it, which is great. And one more box. All right, so this, just putting that down for right now, it comes with their nice, pretty, and colored instructions, which is awesome. And looking for English. Okay, so the bottom is English, but there are a few different languages. Here they show you their guide on everything that comes up on the screen, and I'll go ahead and put it on the screen for you guys as well so you could check it out. They show you how to charge it, and then they show you how to mount it into the wrist strap as well, which it already comes mounted, but we're gonna have to take it off to charge it, and I'll show you guys all of that in a second. Okay, so nice that they show you everything right here. Okay, and then here is their strap, which I've commented before that it is pretty awesome. It's not just a regular cord or cable for example, like the Go-tcha has, this is a thin cable so that, you know, you can maneuver it around a lot and you don't have to worry about, you know, maybe it sitting like this in your pocket, although you don't want to squeeze it, but regardless, you don't have to worry about it breaking or anything along those lines. So this is nice. Like the Go-tcha or any other of the Brook devices, just plug this into a USB port, and I'll show you that in a second, and then pop the Meteor right in here to charge. Okay, now I mentioned that this is like the Reviver because it is functionally, wow, that's kind of difficult to get out of there. It is functionally like the Reviver, and you can see the design is also like the Reviver, but this comes embellished with crystals from Swarovski. A little bit difficult to get out of the tongue there, but you can see these nice little crystals here. It's not just a black band, which, I mean, works, but it might not be as pretty. And then we can open it up here. And then they also have Brook right there, which it's a little dirty. You just need a wet rag to clean that off. And this is waterproof, so you don't have to worry about water getting all over this and messing up the device. So that is kind of nice. You know, this is the way you would normally put it on. Just put it on and then fit this through here, and then it's on here. You can see right over there, they have their Brook Chameleon logo. Okay, and then, so it looks a little bit nicer. Of course, this is probably, you can either have it on this side so you can always see the crystal, or maybe put it on your right wrist so that this crystal is facing outwards or inwards, however you prefer it. And then this is the way, for example, the Reviver came in. Just kind of pull it out of there. This is the wrist strap. So this is compatible with the My Band 3 and 4 soft wrist strap. This guy is. Okay. And then here is the Meteor itself. Again, this is basically a Reviver. You can see the nice emerald kind of design there. Then the way you would turn it on is just tap the button. But like the Reviver, it does not come with a charge. That's not a bad thing. Just means you need to wait a little bit longer to use it. So let me show you guys real quick how you charge this. All right, so we bring my USB charger that I use every night for my phone and for my Reviver and now Meteor. So just plug it in, regular USB port, and then you go ahead and make sure that these gold contacts touch these gold contacts. Slide it in. It's a nice snug fit. Okay, and then just tap it. Now you see it charging there. So we're gonna wait about an hour. I've already shown you how it works. Takes about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to charge. But out of that hour and a half or 2 hours, you do have 12 hours of continuous use. So that is a great feature. Anyway, this was my unboxing and my review of the Pocket Auto Catch Meteor from Brook. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And then also how you like the newer format where I'm leaving the unboxing to the very end of the video. And you can find links to this down in the description below, as well as the pinned comment. All right, guys, Iggy out. See you guys.